8.
So Antti gets in there with Catalyst and Loam Lion. And did you get a look at his card?
And he got. I think it was a non-land.
Okay.
Now, obviously, a burn spell would be optimal, and a burn spell would actually really justify this attack here because he could really just take this 4 damage, equip Treetop Village with Jitte and attack, and all this would be for naught. Normally, if you
even when you don't have to play the
keep
Japanese,
his creatures back to double block the Treetop Village down. Yeah.
Death.
Okay.
Tribal Flames, the Noble Hierarch.
All right. I still really don't like this play, but because I think he should have just kept his creatures back and then double block and then Treetop and then Tribal Flames next turn the Noble Hierarch. Because then that would leave Conley with no creatures in play and a Jitty with counters. So he would have to rip out of it as opposed to now, which he just has everything he needs.
Yeah, is that another Tribal Flames I saw?
Conley's
Conley's at
currently
8.
6.
So technically 12.
Yep. Yeah, I really don't like that play. I think he could have played this better. Because if he just kept his creatures back, the same thing would have happened, except that Treetop Village would be dead.
Sure, and now he's got the Cryptic Man. I don't see Antti pulling out of this game.
It doesn't look good, no.
He's got to have, yeah. He had to have Conley there, like, attack with Treetop Village and equip Jitte, and have a burn spell and
What?
draw a burn
Gosh,
spell.
he sort of just gave him a chance there. Let's see.
Yeah, Antti just drew a Lightning Helix. All that's in Conley's hand is that it's a Mana Leak and a Cryptic Command.
Okay.
So Conley's mulling over his options. Or
Yep.
Antti's mulling over his options.
End of your turn, bounce this guy, draw a card.
This is bad news. He passed the turn without playing that 5th land, so now when he's Helix and get Mana Leak, the Helix on a Treetop Village, that's a really poor play.
That's a play we've seen a couple good players make the mistake.
Oh
so
my
far in this
god.
tournament.
Such blowouts.
That's
If he had just played that land, this would be so good for him. Oh.
Yep.
His removal spell gets countered,
11.
and he's probably kicking himself in the face right now because he sees that Sacred Foundry and he's saying that he could have played.
Good.
Oh my god.
similar. Just total stand would Conley at 6.
Yep.
He now plays the Verdant Catacombs.
Drawing that,
for that turn.
that land was not good there for Antti.
Yeah, a Path to Exile or another Lightning Bolt or something would have been good, but
Thank you.
8.
Instead, he's just taking all this damage from the Jitte, equipping to the
Kill
Treetop
him.
Village.
I'm not a huge fan of mine using 3 counters on that, but it's
Seems
really
like a little waste.
the Loam Lion's not going to do much. He's transmuting the Teleria West for an Engineer Explosives. Okay.
But we'll have Teleria West for that.
Okay.
Yep. 7.
Yep.
I mean, you search for explosives, but you waste 3 counters killing a Loam Lion.
Not playing?
Whatever.
No, not playing.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what he does. He can't lose this game. So.
I mean, yeah, there's no way that Antti could win this game. Maybe if Antti still had the Lightning Helix, and then he could draw like Tribal Flames.
Yeah, if
Conley's only at 6. So like,
if he had Helix, that Treetop Village, this definitely would be a way different game.
sure, I mean,
That Loam Lion would be alive, and he would have hit for several more damage,
Yeah.
so he would be on live top decks right now.
yeah.
My 10. Yep. Tribal Flames, Lightning Helix.
Draws another land,
No.
so I don't see Antti Malin winning this one. At only 7 life, he's pretty much dead on board.
Yep.
Because Conley has enough mana to activate both Treetop Villages, equip Jitte, or
Oh, just one.
It's 7.
just one.
Just 3.
Doesn't feel like killing
Did
him,
we
I
see what he
guess.
drew this turn? Maybe as a Cryptic Command just in case.
Good.
Yeah, he did draw a Cryptic. So I guess that's why. Yep, and that's the game. Conley Woods wins the first game of this match against Antti Malin.
Yeah, I think Malin could have won that game if he just played that 5th land, and I think he could have won if he would have played that Confidant instead of the Sculler that turn.
Yeah. That fifth line, I think, is the biggest mistake
Yeah.
he could easily take away from this game.
Yeah, really, when you're playing these Zoo decks, it's not like your opponent's playing like Lightning or something, or like there's a reason to keep these cards in your hand. You're not really bluffing anything. You gotta just play around as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, like, the extra information that you're giving up is like, oh, maybe I have 2 burn spells in hand. Well,
Yeah.
if he had 2 burn spells in hand, Conley would be dead.
Exactly. So you're not fooling anyone, really.
Rashad, do you have any words for us?
Of course I do. I always have words for everyone. We always love to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to bring you good games live here at Grand Prix, 5Ks, and other events. So, Grand Prix Oakland is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Find every facet of Magic strategy, articles, cards, decks, and free online drafting. All the information you need to elevate your game. View more pricing of dozens of vendors in our database. More than just articles, get the tools you need to improve your game at tcgplayer.com. And by pastimes.net. Pastimes.net is Chicago's #1 source for Magic singles and tournaments. Now selling singles, boxes, and supplies online. Tap into something new at pastimes.net. And by HotSauceGames.com. Hot Sauce Games is offering 10% off your purchase of $25 or more. Visit HotSauceGames.com and enter the coupon code GGsLive. And by StrikeZoneOnline.com. StrikeZoneOnline.com has a huge selection of all Magic cards from Alpha to Zendikar. Free shipping available on orders over $30. Always paying top dollar for your Magic cards at StrikeZoneOnline.com. And also Match Play, who's a lovely tournament organizer for this tournament.
Yeah, the
Colin
fence.
Blackwell, he's awesome.
Yeah, Twin's a very nice guy, and he's run a pretty nice tournament here so far. One of the better ones we've seen.
There's some great side events today. I know there's a vintage for power event going on. Sanctioned vintage event.
Of course, there's a PTQ going on.
Yep, PTQ, of course.
Yesterday, he did something that was, I thought, was really, really good. Was he ran the same? He ran a daily event, the equivalent of a Magic Online daily event in real life.
Oh man, Antti Malin is getting a little wild with that table shuffling, moving the mat around. Calm
Get in the lines.
down. It's okay. You're randomized enough.
He's trying to gain the edge, stab Conley in the stomach real quick, just keep it shoving it forward.
If Antti needed the edge, he could go to tcgplayer.com to get the edge he needs. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this matchup. When we talked to Conley, what did he say about his new matchup? Did you like it?
He,
Clear draw.
when I talked to him
Oh, boy.
yesterday, and he said it was fine. He thought, he talked about the GT being pretty good.
Sure.
And but I think he would side out Jace here. That doesn't seem as good.
Yeah, I didn't get a good chance to see what he was signing out.
He's probably pouring out even Mind Sensor because it doesn't actually do anything in this matchup, and
Ready for
he's
next
probably
week?
bringing Samuel Pale Curtain over that.
Sure.
And he's probably keeping in Jace because it's the best card in his
I got
deck,
deck
so
built,
I
I
don't think
haven't
he would
any
pour that
tested
one
so
out. He might board out like a single Vendilion Click. It's not that great.
One day at San Diego Zoo and
Because really, against Sudex, when every card does the same thing, you're really just most of the time targeting yourself, and that's not really the best use for the card. So he's probably taking like 1 or 2 Vendilion Clicks, and 4 Avian Mind Sensors, for maybe the second Jete, and 4 Samurai the Pale Curtains. And he's definitely bringing the Rock Swarm Monks, right? He's definitely bringing 4 of those.
Sure. Let's get a look at his hand. He's got Vendilion Click, Engineer Explosive, Samurai with Pale Curtain, as you said, Plains, and Verdant Catacombs.
He probably took out the mana leaks for Rock Swarm Monks. Those are terrible in this matchup. You definitely keep it in Cryptic Command because you don't really want to take out some of the best cards in your deck. You're bringing in all these stalling cards with Samurais and Rock Swarm Monks. You'll get to 4 mana.
Yeah, sure. Once he gets to 4 mana, Conley's deck is so much more powerful than Antti's.
the one is always so hard. The other ones are much easier.
Because you look at the top of your library.
What's
and
that
you
blue
either put
card
it
in
play or hold it.
Conley's hand? I can't quite tell. Vendilion Click.
Vendilion Click, yeah.
Sure.
Do that on
I
purpose.
mean, this is just a lot of players. This is why people play Hierarch over Kurt Apes and
Home
Lone
line,
Lion.
that's
I mean,
not wild, Nagato.
Lone Lion,
Land
it's only good for one turn. Basically, turn 2 when you attack for 2. After that, it's worse than every card in both decks. It doesn't actually beat anything.
You got time.
Yeah. The 2-3 is not very effective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to see because the decks that are running Loam Line and Curdape are the decks that are trying to win